Hi there everybody and welcome back to another special video. Today I would like to show all of you guys how to use the calculator that I pretty much promoted and showed for the first time on my JP Morgan stock analysis video. So if you guys haven't seen that video, make sure to check it out. Posted a couple hours ago, and well, I'm posting this one the same day mainly because I want all of you guys to have this calculator so that way all of you guys can start using it and see if the companies that you want that are essentially banks slash insurances, if they are worth the value they are today, using two important metrics, which are book value and tangible book value. Now, I'm going to go over exactly what these are in just 1 second. However, towards the end of the video, make sure you stick around because I will show all of you guys how to actually access this calculator and how to make a copy for yourselves. So with that said, let's get started with this video. Starting off, guys, if you haven't seen my JP Morgan video, I would highly suggest you look at it because we are now using two different metrics to figure out the intrinsic value of banks. The reason is because when it comes to banks, insurances, and I believe utilities, they do not have capital expenditures, meaning that we cannot find their cash flow because cash flow is cash from operations less your capital expenditures, and unfortunately in their income statement they do not have the capital expenditures. However, there are other ways to do it, and one of them is figuring out the book value per share and the ratio, and one of them is using the book value per share. So just a little bit on what this actually is. Book value per share, BVPS, is the ratio of equity available to common shareholders divided by the number of shares outstanding. This figure represents the minimum value of the company's equity and measures the book value of a firm on a per share basis. The key takeaways, we already pretty much just read the first key point. However, taking a look at the other key point, we see that the book value of equity per share effectively indicates a firm's net asset value. Total assets minus total liabilities. Does this sound familiar, guys? Because I look at this pretty much every single time. So, this is pretty much exactly what I do in every single video I do a stock analysis at. And this total assets minus total liabilities is on a per share basis, which gives us this book value. Now, obviously, I do this. However, companies actually have this value already in their balance sheet. As you guys can see right here, book value per share within the past 5 years. And also we have the tangible book value per share within the past 5 years as well. Speaking of tangible book value, reading up on what this actually is the tangible book value per share, TBVPS, is a method of which the company's value is determined on a per share basis by measuring its equity without the inclusion of any intangible assets. The intangible assets are those that lack physical substance, thus as making their evaluations a more difficult undertaking than the valuations of a tangible asset. Essentially, pretty much, if the company has 10,000 computers, right, the tangible book value would be, well, those 10,000 computers, right? Something that isn't counted in that book value would be more of the sense of like patents, goodwill, interest, that kind of stuff. So in a sense, tangible book value is actually significantly more accurate than that of book value. But nonetheless, I decided let's actually use both in this calculator. So coming over here right into the spreadsheet, guys, we got the ticker symbol, and wherever you see red is essentially what you guys are going to have to fill out. So for this example, I'm going to be using JP Morgan just like in the video that I just made a couple hours ago. So right here, we're going to put JPM, the ticker symbol. And this will automatically populate the market cap, the PE, and the share price. Now, with this, we pretty much have a lot of information as it is. However, now we need to actually input the annual dividends per share. And the way we do this is, if we come over here to Seeking Alpha, we put in the ticker symbol JPM, and we come over here to the Dividends tab. We scroll down, and we see that the annual dividends per share is $4. So if we come back to the calculator and we put in $4 for the annual dividends per share, that is essentially everything that we need to do for this part of the calculator. Now let's actually come over here. We're going to scroll to the right. As you can see, we got several graphs. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, we got several graphs. And, well, this is where a lot of information you're going to have to get with the income statement and the balance sheet. Nothing to do with the cash flow statement at all when it comes to banks slash insurances. So we're going to start, of course, with the income. So as you guys can see right here, these cells are in red. Therefore, we need to populate these 6 years, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 year ago to today, with the net income. So if we come over here to Seeking Alpha again, and we come all the way to financials, the first thing that we're going to see is the income statement right right up here. And then if we scroll all the way down to where it says net income, and you see right here the net income, we're going to copy pretty much all of these numbers. We're going to hit Control C, and then we're going to come back to the calculator. We're going to click right here on the 5 years ago, and we're going to Control V, and that automatically populates the net income for the company. Now let's come over here to the second graph, and this is, guys, the total revenue. So if we come back here to Seeking Alpha and we scroll up just a little bit, we see that we have the revenues right here, and we have the total revenues right there as well. So we're going to do the exact same thing as we just did with the net income. We're going to highlight it, copy, Control C, and come back here and click right under the 5 years ago, and we're going to hit paste. And this pretty much populates the entirety total revenues within the past 5 years, including today's, and gives us whether it's increasing or decreasing and at what rate. Now scrolling to the third graph, this is now the shares outstanding. So we're going to go back to Seeking Alpha, and we have to go now to the balance sheet. If we scroll down a little bit, well, we see that we got the total common shares outstanding. So we got these values, we're going to copy them, and we are going to now paste them into, again, under the 5 years ago, we're not going to paste them, and this populates the shares outstanding graph, and it gives us whether it's decreasing or increasing on the 5 year and previous to the current year, and at the rate for both. And now let's take a look at the total assets minus the total liabilities tab. This one takes one more step, however it is not too difficult. If you see right here, we have total assets over here and then total liabilities as well. So what we're going to do is, we're not going to come to Seeking Alpha, stay in the balance sheet, going to come down until we see other assets, and in other assets we see total assets. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy these total assets into the spreadsheet. I'm going to copy them right here, and this pretty much gives us, well, the total assets. Now we're going to take a look at the total liabilities. Come back to Seeking Alpha, scroll down just a little bit more into other liabilities, and we see total liabilities right there. I'm going to copy this just as we did with pretty much everything else. Come back to the calculator, we're going to paste, and that pretty much does it. So this automatically gives us the total assets minus the total liabilities. It is just a simple subtraction with the total assets and total liabilities. As you can see, it populates the graph, and it gives us the average total assets, average total liabilities, and the average assets minus the average liabilities. Now let's take a look at the new metric, and that is the book value per share. Now there is a way to calculate this, however I personally just prefer to take it from Seeking Alpha since they have it in their balance sheet. So if we come over here to Seeking Alpha, we scroll up to where we actually saw the shares outstanding. We see right here that right under the shares outstanding we got the book value per share. So we're going to copy these values, and we're going to paste them now into the calculator right there. Perfect, wherever you see red. And as you can see, well, this pretty much just gives us the book value per share, if it's increasing or decreasing and at what rate. And lastly, we're going to now take the final metric, and that is the tangible book value per share, same exact thing. And if we take a look at right under the book value per share, we see tangible book value, however it's not per share. So under that one, we see tangible book value per share. So we're going to take this value as it is, we're going to copy all of them, very, very nice, and we're going to paste them right there, and well, that pretty much does it. That's pretty much every single graph that we got to do. Now if we scroll over to the right, guys, and we scroll all the way up to where it says valuation, all these values are now in place. You really don't need to do any other calculation aside from those, and well, we see that the current book value is $88.07, price divided by the current book value, which this is the first ratio, essentially telling us that this company is trading 1.52 times above its intrinsic value. However, when it comes to book values, you actually want to take a look at the tangible book value. It actually follows the movement of share prices closer than that of the normal book value. And that is why we take the current tangible book value per share, which again, we just got from the balance sheet. It's fairly simple. And we see that being $70.68. And now we just take the current share price, so 133, divide that by this 70.68, and this gives us the ratio of price to tangible book value per share. And as you can see, JP Morgan is actually trading at 1.89 times higher than the intrinsic value. Essentially, as I said in that JP Morgan video, guys, you want these values, these two factors right here, to be as close to 1 as feasibly possible, or even under 1, because essentially 1 times trading value, it is essentially the stock is trading at value. Anything above 1 is trading over value, and anything under 1 is trading under value. At the end of the day, it really just depends up to you as to what you want to buy this company at. Obviously, if you want to pay a premium, then that premium is essentially up to you, right? But nonetheless, this is essentially how you put in all these values into the calculator and how you pretty much just use this book value and price divided by the book value to come up with this ratio and what this ratio actually stands for. Now here at the bottom, I also have this dividends at current price. I use $68,000, but you could change this to essentially your own income. And you know, if you guys make, you know, more than this or less than this, well, you can pretty much see how much you would get in dividends if you were to put 1 month's income into this company. So again, you can pretty much just change this value right here, up to you. It's really just up to you, right? So all in all, guys, this is essentially how you use this calculator, what the book value means, and essentially how to figure out if the company that you are analyzing is overvalued or undervalued. Okay, now I'm gonna have the link to this spreadsheet. Anybody can have it in the comment section below. It's going to be in the description, and also it's going to be the pinned comment as well. So once you click on that link, you're going to be available to this calculator. No one is allowed to edit this, okay? I'm not allowing anybody to edit this. However, if you come over here to file, you go hit make a copy, and then you make your own copy for yourself in your own Google spreadsheet account. And that pretty much does it. You guys can have it for free. All I'm asking for in return, guys, is for this free calculator, in addition to my discounted free cash flow calculator as well. All I'm asking for is 30 seconds of your time. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that bell, tell your friends. You have people in your lives that want to invest, and that want to invest with a process, that want to invest based on fundamentals. Then please, I would really appreciate it if you guys could send them over to my channel, and hopefully if they like it, they could do the same. Again, I'm giving you guys this out for free. Just 30 seconds of your time is all I'm asking for. If this pretty much saves you several hours throughout the day, instead of looking at a ton of 10Ks and then 8Ks, and it might even save you a couple losses in the future, then, you know, all I'm asking for is a like, subscribe, comment. Help me grow my channel. Again, thank you so much for all of you guys at 504 subscribers. Absolutely love it. Thank you very much. And yeah, I think that pretty much does it for this video. Like if you liked, comment, subscribe. As I said before, if you want to follow me on my new tech sites of BitChute, Odyssey, and Rumble, the link will be in the description below as well. I have a Let's Play channel, which I will also link in the description, currently playing through Sonic Unleashed. So if you want to see that, you can see that over there too. And I will see you all in my next stock analysis video.